channel. I am Coach Lilia. I am a relationship coach and a narcissist abuse survivor. And today I want to be talking to you more about healing, how to get happy, how to detach from anxiety, how to detach from depression, and how to stop caring about whether people like you, validate you, and accept you. Because as much as we can focus on trauma, as much as we can understand why something happened to us, and we can reminisce on it all day, but how do we move forward from that, right? How do we finally heal, detach, and develop a very healthy relationship with ourselves and not bring that baggage into the future, into our next relationship? So if you guys like the content I put out, of course, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and like this video, and let's go ahead and dive into it. So here's the 3 things that I want you guys to learn to detach yourself from. I think this is going to be transformational to your life. Number 1, I want you to learn how to detach yourself from the need of other people to like you. Because so many people, it matters to them so much. And this is such a root to unhappiness, because your intention is not yours. It's for other people to basically like you. But your intention in life is something that determines your happiness level, if you think about it. So as long as you care so much about whether or not other people like you, you're not really focusing on your true intention. The second thing here is you need to release yourself from the need for other people to validate you. And this is something that can come from our childhood trauma, where maybe our mom and dad didn't validate us and we didn't feel like we deserved love, and we feel like we had to basically earn that love, right? And we carry that into the future, and then we need everyone else's validation out there when we do things. But in reality, you can take control and you can validate yourself. You can stay true to yourself, and you again need to go back and meditate on that intention. What is the intention that I put out? What purpose am I giving my life? Because purpose of life is to give life purpose. So what is your purpose? So when you know that you're true to yourself, that your intention is good, you know you need to validate yourself, and you don't need other people's validation. It's that simple. The third here is you need to detach yourself from the need of other people to accept you. And that is kind of ties into that whole validation and liking aspect, right? It's like, again, when we were a kid, we probably needed mommy's acceptance, daddy's acceptance, right? Maybe we didn't receive it. So now as a grown-up, we need to have everyone's acceptance. Whatever action we do, we need to actually feel that other people accept us. And even when they do, we still maybe don't believe it. So if you guys have an issue with this, if you have the need for other people to like you, validate you, and accept you, and if you can't give that to yourself, that's not the other people's problem. That's a you problem. And that is where you really need to meditate on that inner child. You need to detach yourself from anxiety, from depression, from all the stress. This is how you do it. And yes, I am trying to solve basically all of these problems with meditation. I am speaking from personal experience and how much it's been helping my clients. So let me discuss this for a bit. When you meditate, and I'm not saying that you need to sit in a lotus pose, you can simply close your eyes. You need to ground yourself, be present with yourself. That's the essence here, okay? So you need to start by detaching yourself from the past, from that depression that you might be carrying in, right? It's like detaching yourself from the narratives, from the negative emotions that are attached to the narratives from the past. And remind yourself that these narratives that are living in your head rent-free, they might not even be true. It might be some distorted reality. It might be something that you've idealized from the past that didn't even happen, right? So basically detaching yourself from those stories, detaching yourself from these negative emotions that are attached to those past stories by analyzing, observing your thoughts and emotions in the moment without any scrutiny, without any judgment. So when you sit with yourself or you're laying in your bed, you close your eyes and you start observing, okay, what stories am I attached to? Why am I experiencing these negative emotions? Where are they coming from? And start to detach yourself from those stories. Now, anxiety about the future, all the worries that we go through all the time, well, this is a narrative that you are building up in your head that hasn't happened yet, right? It's the outcome that you think might happen, and you're already projecting yourself into the future, and you're worried about something that may or may not happen. You need to remind yourself that this anxiety you're experiencing, well, you're in no control of the future. So what is the point of being worried about what may or may not happen when you can't control it? Maybe that will help you detach from that. But the last thing you want to do to yourself is to feel guilt, shame, to reminisce on the past, to basically beat yourself up for something that you could have done differently, for the time wasted in a certain relationship, and then worry about the future, things that you can't control. Ground yourself, be present with yourself, detach from all this negativity, and this will help you make room for positivity, for positive emotions and experiences. Okay? So, going back to where I started this video, detaching yourself from the need of other people to like you, accept you, and validate you, that will be a huge step for you, okay? And then maybe then you can finally start observing your thoughts and emotions and understanding what your true purpose is and starting to live to your true potential. Because I don't think we can achieve happiness in this life unless we're giving back what we actually want to give back, unless we're actually honest with ourselves and we know what our intention for this world is, right? For other people around us. And what I see happening all the time is that people will jump into relationships to get distracted. They will jump into a position that they don't want to do, some job that they don't want to take, to get distracted, to not actually take the time to understand what is my purpose, what is it that I want to do in this life, what is it that I want to give back to this world. And that is where all this unhappiness is rooted. If you simply take the time to understand yourself, to ground yourself, to observe your personal thoughts and emotions, detach yourself from negativity, heal from your past trauma, then you can go into this world as a healthy person and you can attract a healthy partner into your life where it's not a codependency, it's not you needing somebody to be happy, it's you wanting somebody to do life together. But if you're not with that person, it's also beautiful. It's not a codependency. And if that person ends up exiting your life, you're gonna be okay. That's how it should be. Okay, I hope you guys are finding this information helpful. And I want to be releasing more videos on healing because as much as we like to talk about, well, those of you who have been watching my videos, you know I love to talk about narcissistic relationships, how to heal from trauma, why this happens to us, and so on and so on. But as much as we can talk about all of that stuff, it's like, okay, I understand that I have trauma. I understand that these things happen in my life. How do I detach from it? How do I basically heal from it and move forward without always thinking about this trauma, without always carrying it into my next relationship? It's really difficult to do, but it all starts by understanding what you're going through and putting in the work, devoting yourself to detaching from it. And meditation, grounding yourself, is a great way to do it. I hope this is helpful for you guys. If it is, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all in my next video, and more love to you all.